Hey guys, so I posted my video from Monday and I realized that if you don't follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow Cherie on Motivated Muffins and saw me on her muffin chat, we did a Simply Filling 101 chat, and if you didn't watch my Sam's Club video, then you don't know. I'm doing Simply Filling. I just, over the past month or so, maybe month and a half-ish, I don't know. I just haven't felt like inspired to do Weight Watchers. I don't know what the feeling was, but I just wasn't excited about it, I guess, maybe. So I was kind of struggling tracking and really getting into it. So I just I had been thinking about doing Simply Filling, and then I mentioned that I was struggling on my Instagram stories, and somebody messaged me and said, "Why don't you do Simply Filling? You did so great on it before." And I was like, you know what? I did do so great on it before. So I messaged Cherie and I said, hey, do you want to do Simply Filling with me and kind of do this Simply Filling adventure? And she said yes. So we decided to start Simply Filling together. We started on Monday. And we have a whole bunch of video ideas coming up for whoever is interested in Simply Filling. Simply Filling is a Weight Watchers program that used to be in effect with Smart Points, and when it was Points Plus, it was Core, I believe, and it's been a couple of different names probably in the past, but it is Simply Filling is a Weight Watchers program that is no longer supported by Weight Watchers. However, it's just the plan that I feel the best on. And I don't feel like torturing myself doing freestyle if I can do Simply Filling. So I'm going to do Simply Filling for now, for however long I want to do it. There's no end date in my mind. It's just what I feel best on. My body does really well with Simply Filling. Yes, I was losing weight on freestyle with working out. It wasn't just doing freestyle. Again, I don't think that you can just bank on food to do the weight loss for you. You need to do some effort as well. But I still feel better on Simply Filling. I'm much less bloated on Simply Filling. I feel like it is more of a lifestyle than freestyle is. I can't pinpoint it for you. I can't explain it, put it in words why I feel that way. I just feel that way. I just enjoy it more. So I'm going to do it. Not freestyle, Simply Filling, and it might sound very familiar. It might sound a lot like freestyle to you, but there are some differences. So Simply Filling, there is a list of foods that you can eat off of without weighing, measuring, or tracking. They are called no-count foods. There are also condiments on this list, and the list is more than what freestyle is. I think the freestyle list, honestly, is... It says over 200 foods. Y'all, they're counting every dang vegetable in that number, and they're counting every fruit in that number. You know, I mean, they come out with this marketing like, oh, now you can have over 200 foods without tracking them. Yeah, it's most of the foods you were already eating. Like, a good portion of that 200 is fruits and vegetables, and they're just naming every single one and counting them as a one food. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. So, Simply Filling, but what's also on Simply Filling is different cuts of meat than what's on Freestyle. Fat-free dairy, you can have non-fat milk, you can have fat-free, like Dannon Light and Fit flavored yogurts are Simply Filling. They're not on Freestyle. They're not 0 points on Freestyle, I should say. You can have like fat-free cheeses are Simply Filling, so you don't have to track them at all on Freestyle. You do still have to weigh and measure those things. You know, the amount you're using will probably be 0 points, but if you use more than a quarter cup, I think it bumps it up to a point. So Simply Filling, you do not have to track or weigh or measure those. Oh gosh, what else? There's bunches. Anyway, so I'm choosing to do Simply Filling because I feel great on Simply Filling. It makes me crave less sugar just because of the foods that I'm eating. Oh, whole grains. You don't have to track brown rice. You don't have to track, weigh, measure whole grain pasta, like quinoa pasta, quinoa, all those sorts of things. You don't have to weigh, track, or measure. Any of those things on Simply Filling, you would on Freestyle. You can also have potatoes, sweet or plain, regular potatoes, on Freestyle without weighing, tracking, or measuring. So, Simply Filling is where it's at. Anyway, when you do have something that is not on the Simply Filling list, you track those points, and those points come out of your weekly points. Your weekly points are your normal weekly points that you would have in any other kind of Weight Watcher program. They're calculated the same way. I don't want to give you all the information right here because we did a Simply Filling 101 video that I'm going to link down below in the description box in every single one of my Simply Filling videos, and even maybe beyond. I might just make it a standard description box item because I think it's really helpful. If you are exploring previous Weight Watchers programs, Simply Filling was not discussed when it was even a supported program by Weight Watchers. It was not discussed in meetings unless somebody brought it up, and even then it was it's always felt like this black sheep. I don't know why, but it always, although Weight Watchers supported it and it was in the app before, I don't feel like they supported it. I don't feel like it was something that they wanted people to do or talked about much. Anyway, so the Simply Filling 101 video will answer a lot of questions for you on Simply Filling, on why I'm doing it, on why Cherie is doing it, on why we love it, on how we're going to do it when Weight Watchers doesn't support it anymore. Tons of information. So go ahead and watch that, but I'm doing Simply Filling now. So I will say it once in this video. I understand that people come in and, don't watch every video I've ever put out, but I have done Simply Filling before. And again, I love it. I'll try and maybe put it somewhere, like a reminder of why I'm doing it. I don't know. I have to figure that out. I'll probably just reference people to the 101 video. That's why we did it. We didn't, people are going to come in later on and not know what's going on. That 101 video, we can just say, hey, go check that out. It'll give you all that information. So that's what we're going to do. And because it's not a supported program anymore, we wanted to create a bunch of content for you guys. So our favorite breakfasts and lunches and dinners and snacks and prep and grocery hauls and how to use the apps to do Simply Filling and the resources we have. So that's all coming on my channel, but at this point I'm going to be doing Simply Filling as my plan of choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I am going to get about my day and I will show you what I'm eating. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday. This is my Simply Filling breakfast for today, entirely Simply Filling. So I have 3 eggs here. I added in some non-fat milk and some 21 seasoning salute in my scramble. So that is totally Simply Filling. Then I have some Cheerios, non-fat milk, and banana, Simply Filling, and more baby clothes, no, and some coffee, non-fat milk, and sugar-free syrup. So totally Simply Filling breakfast. Here is dinner. I have pork chops, pork loin chops, sure. I cook them with a little bit of oil and just seasoning. So those are my 2 teaspoons of oil for the day. Some air fryer potatoes that I just sprayed with some cooking spray and put ranch seasoning on, and then corn, all Simply Filling. All right, guys, so I couldn't finish this last night either. I had for my snack at the end of the night, I had some, what's it called? The 94% fat-free popcorn. I actually made 2 bags of it because they're like the mini bags. I didn't eat all of it, but I was, whatever, I can have however much I want on Simply Filling. And then I did 12 grams or half a cup of this Butterfinger popcorn, which is 3 weekly points. So I actually used 10 weekly points yesterday because of Chick-fil-A and my snack, but that's totally fine. I have 29 weekly points left, which will work out great for me. So that's what I finished my night with, and I will see you guys for Wednesday's vlog. Bye.